Is love really enough to make a relationship work? An intriguing question, isn't it? We've all heard the phrase, love conquers all. It's a sentiment that's been romanticized in countless fairy tales, movies, and love songs. The idea is that as long as two people are in love, they can overcome any obstacle that comes their way. It's a comforting thought, isn't it? The notion that love, in all its glory, holds the power to triumph over any adversity. But let's pause for a moment and think about it. Love is a powerful emotion indeed. It's an emotion that can make us feel invincible, like we could take on the world. It can make us feel like we're soaring on cloud nine, and it can give us the courage to do things we never thought possible. Love, in its purest form, is a beautiful and potent force. However, as we all know, love can also be complex, challenging, and at times downright confusing. It's not always rainbows and butterflies. It's not always easy. And this is where the question arises. Is love really enough to make a relationship work? While love is undoubtedly a crucial ingredient in the recipe for a successful relationship, it may not be the only one. To sustain a relationship long-term, you might need a little bit more than just love. Relationships are like gardens. They need constant care and attention. They need nourishment, patience, and understanding. They need communication, trust, and respect. So it's not just about being in love, it's about staying in love. And staying in love, my friends, requires a lot more than just the initial spark. It requires a lot more than just the butterflies in the stomach. It requires a lot more than just the sweet nothings whispered into each other's ears. So, if love isn't enough, what are the other elements vital to a thriving relationship? Let's explore this further in the next segment. To understand why love may not be enough, we first need to delve into the psychology behind love. In the labyrinth of human emotions, love often shines as the most intense and alluring. This is no surprise, as love, in its purest form, is a potent mix of various psychological and physiological responses. When we fall in love, our brains release a cocktail of hormones, including oxytocin, dopamine, and adrenaline. These hormones are responsible for the feelings of happiness, joy, and exhilaration that we associate with love. Oxytocin, often dubbed the love hormone, plays a significant role in social bonding and intimacy. It's the warmth you feel when you hold hands, the comfort in a loved one's hug. Dopamine, on the other hand, is the reward hormone. It's that rush of happiness you get when you see your loved one after a long day, the joy in their laughter. And let's not forget adrenaline, the hormone that makes your heart race when you're with that special someone. These hormones create a euphoric state, often leading us to believe that we're in a perfect relationship. But here's the catch. These feelings of happiness and security are just one aspect of love. They can mask underlying issues in a relationship and lead us to believe that love, in itself, is enough to sustain a relationship. However, as beautiful and intoxicating as these feelings are, they can sometimes be mistaken for a fully functional relationship. Remember, a relationship is a dynamic entity that evolves over time. It's not just about the good times, but also about navigating the stormy seas together. A relationship requires understanding, patience, and compromise. It demands that we grow and adapt to our partner's needs and expectations. It calls for mutual respect and trust. And although love can pave the way to these attributes, it can't guarantee them. But, as we all know, relationships are more than just feelings. They require work, and sometimes that work is beyond the realm of love. Scene script, communication, a vital ingredient often overlooked in relationships. Think about your favorite dish. Can you imagine it without one of its key ingredients? It wouldn't taste the same, would it? The same applies to relationships. Love is the main ingredient, sure, but what about communication? It's like the salt in your favorite dish, without which everything seems bland. In the grand scheme of relationships, communication serves as the bridge that connects two hearts. It's through communication that we express our thoughts, our feelings, our fears, and our dreams. It's how we understand and get to know our partner on a deeper level. It's how we resolve our differences and grow stronger together. Yet it's surprising how often this vital ingredient is overlooked. We assume that our partner knows what we're thinking or how we're feeling. But remember, our partners aren't mind readers. It's crucial that we express ourselves clearly and honestly. Misunderstandings and conflicts often arise from poor communication. Imagine you're upset about something, but instead of discussing it openly, you choose to stay silent. Your partner, unaware of your feelings, continues to act in a way that upsets you. This cycle continues, leading to resentment and further distancing you two. Despite the love you share, the relationship begins to feel strained. And here's the tricky part. Communication isn't just about talking. It's also about listening, about understanding. It's about giving your partner the space to express themselves without judgment. It's about acknowledging their perspective, even if it differs from yours. Effective communication can prevent misunderstandings and conflicts. It can prevent resentment from building up. It can make your relationship stronger and healthier. Because when you communicate effectively, you understand each other better. You empathize more. You love better. So remember, love might be the main ingredient in the recipe of a relationship, but it's not the only one. Without communication, the recipe is incomplete. Without communication, the love might be there, but the relationship might still struggle. Love might make us feel good, but without effective communication, misunderstandings and resentment can build up. Trust and respect, two pillars that hold a relationship together. Just as a building cannot stand without its supporting structures, a relationship cannot thrive without trust and respect. It's true that love is a powerful force, a beautiful emotion that draws two people together, but love in its purest form is not enough to sustain a relationship in the long run. It's like a flame that needs constant fuel to keep it burning. And that fuel, ladies and gentlemen, is trust and respect. Imagine a relationship where love is abundant but trust is scarce. Every action is questioned, every word is doubted, and every moment apart is filled with worry. Can such a relationship be healthy? Can it be fulfilling? The answer is a resounding no. Trust, in essence, is having faith in your partner. It's about believing that they will stay true to their words, that they will be there when you need them, and that they have your best interests at heart. Without trust, love is but a mirage in the desert of doubt and uncertainty. Now let's talk about respect. Respect is about acknowledging your partner's individuality, their rights, their dreams, and their feelings. It's about treating them with kindness and understanding, even when you disagree. It's about honoring their boundaries and appreciating their efforts. A relationship without respect is like a garden without sunlight. It withers and dies. Love may bring two people together, but it's respect that keeps them together. There are countless instances where love exists, but the lack of trust or respect leads to a dysfunctional relationship. We've seen it in movies, read about it in books, and maybe even experienced it in our own lives. Love, in these cases, becomes a haunting melody that reminds us of what could have been. It's a sweet poison that keeps us hooked but leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. Without trust and respect, love can often feel hollow and unfulfilling. It's not enough to just love someone. You need to trust them, respect them, and cherish them. Only then can love truly bloom and a relationship can reach its full potential. So, is love really enough to make a relationship work? It's a question that we've been pondering over for centuries. The answer, quite simply, is that while love is a vital ingredient, it alone cannot create a lasting relationship. Let's take a moment to recap what we've covered in this video so far. We've acknowledged the undeniable value of love in relationships. It's the spark that initially ignites the flame, the force that pulls us towards another person. Love is the emotion that makes our hearts beat a little faster when we see our partner, the feeling that brings us comfort and warmth. We've also delved into the fascinating psychology behind love. We've explored how our brains react when we're in love, releasing a cocktail of chemicals that create feelings of euphoria and attachment. Love, in its purest form, is an incredibly powerful emotion. Yet, as we moved forward, we uncovered that love, in all its intensity, is not the be-all and end-all of a relationship. Communication, as we've discussed, is key. It's the bridge that connects two individuals, allowing them to share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Without effective communication, misunderstandings can arise, causing unnecessary conflicts and straining the relationship. Then we touched upon the importance of trust and respect. These two pillars, when combined with love, provide a sturdy foundation for a relationship. Trust allows us to feel secure, to know that our partner will be there for us, in good times and in bad. Respect, on the other hand, ensures that we value and appreciate our partner for who they are, acknowledging their individuality and autonomy. So where does that leave us? It brings us to the realization that love, while necessary, is not sufficient. A successful relationship requires more than just love. It needs the support of open communication, unwavering trust, and deep-seated respect. While love is the foundation, it needs the support of trust, respect, and communication to build a lasting relationship. Love may be the starting point, but it's the combination of these elements that truly makes a relationship work.